I heard some bishops said they need an interpreter. They need someone. Thank you, especially when you speak, we need an interpreter. Amen. Thank you, Victor. This is my Victor right here. Amen. Amen. There are two enemies that the man of God has to face. One of them is Satan himself. The other is the world. And the third is your fallen nature. The old man. Pastors most often recognize the devil. What we don't recognize is our own fallen nature. So what I want to do in this session, I want to expose and remind us. First of all, Satan is not God. He can't be everywhere at the same time. He can't be in Cape Town and be in Asia at the same time. But he does have workers. He's very organized. So he knows how to oppose the gospel in every region in the world. There is an enemy that can be with you all the time. And it's you. You lay down with him, you wake up with him. It's you. Most of the time, we say it's the devil stopping us from doing something, when really it's your brother who is operating out of the flesh. When we talk about the warfare of the flesh, the fallen nature of man hurts us more than I think we realize. So let's address these enemies today. First of all, Satan is a created being, which means he cannot be equal with God. God is not created. He is creator. No one is equal to him. Satan was created as an angel who fell from his status because he wanted to be like God. He tried to make himself equal with God. But instead, because of his pride and his selfish ambition, God cast him out of heaven. Satan is not in hell. Not yet. Hell was created for him. He's on his way there. But right now, he's going to and fro in the earth, seeing whom he can devour. The Bible teaches us about him. And this is what he is called. He's called the tempter. Write this down, guys. Write this down. You need this. You need to know this. Satan is called the tempter. Matthew chapter 4, verse 3.
Verse number 3.
Satan is called, number 2, the enemy. Matthew chapter 13,
Matthew 13,
Verse 39.
Verse 39.
Satan is called a murderer
uSathana ke kuthiwa ke nguye umbulali
and the father of lies.
abe nguye ke uyise wamaxoki.
John chapter 8,
John chapter 8
verse 44.
verse 44.
Satan is called
uSathana kuthiwa
the God of this age.
unguthixo wexesha.
Little g.
uThixo wexesha.
2 Corinthians
2 Corinthians
chapter 4, verse 4.
chapter 4 verse 4.
He is called the prince,
Kuthiwa yiprince,
the power
amandla,
of the air.
amandla elihlabathi.
Ephesians 2,
Amanzi esibhakabhaka, Ephesians chapter 2
1 through 3.
verse 1 to 3.
He is called the adversary
Kuthiwa ke ungumbusi welilizwe.
and a roaring lion.
Uyingonyama ke egqumayo.
1 Peter 5,
1 Peter chapter 5
8 through 10.
8 to 10.
He's called a deceiver.
Kuthiwa ke ungumlingi.
Revelation
Revelations
12, verse 9.
12 verse 9. Umkhohlisi.
He's called the accuser of the brethren.
Ukwa nguye ke otyhola amakholwa.
Revelation 12,
Revelation chapter 12
verse 10.
verse number 10.
These names
Lamagama ke okanye lama
reveal the nature
aveza ke ubume
of Satan.
bukaSathane.
Let me say them again.
Maniphinde ndiwaphinde.
He is the tempter.
Uye umlingi.
He's the one who tempts you
Uye okulingayo.
to misbehave as a pastor.
Ukwenza wenza izinto eziphuma endleleni.
He's the one that tempts you
Uye okulingayo
to disobey God.
ukuze ungamthobeli uThixo.
He's the one that tempts you
Uye okulingayo
to cheat on your wife.
ukuze uchithe kunkosikazi yakho.
That's what we call
Yilento sibiza ukuthi
satanic activity.
kuthiwa ke zizinto zikaSathane.
Every
Kuba kaSathane.
pastor
Wonke umfundisi
on every continent
naphi na elizweni
in the world
ehlabathini liphela
has the same enemy.
unoluthaba lunye.
That's why when you pray for yourself,
Yilento ke xa uthandazela wena
you must pray for your brother.
funeka uthandazele umntakwenu.
Jesus taught the disciples
uJesu uthethe nabafundi
to
bakhe
pray like this:
ukuthi xa bethandaza bathi
lead us not
sikukhokeli
into temptation
ekuhendweni
and deliver us
usihlangule
from the evil one.
ombi uSathane.
Now, if Jesus had to pray that,
Uma uJesu bethandaza lo
you
mthandazo,
know you gotta pray it.
ubani kanothandaza lo mthandazo?
That's how serious
Ubaleke kakhulu
warfare is in the earth.
ngoba imfazwe esilwayo ehlabathini
Not only is he a tempter,
ingenguye qha umlingi,
he's the enemy,
ukwaluthaba,
he's a murderer,
ukwangumbulali,
and the father of lies.
abe nguyise wamaxoki.
Every lie,
Yonke ke ubuxoki
every murder that happens in Cape Town
nokufa okuqhubekayo eKapa
can be traced back
kungatraced back sibile
to the
emva
evil one.
siye ngqo kombi uSathane.
That's how serious
Ibaluleke kakhulu, serious kakhulu
this enemy is.
le enemy yethu uSathane.
Not only that,
Ingeyo yonke lonto cha.
he's a deceiver,
Ukwanguye ke oqhathayo,
accuser of the brethren.
aphinde atyhole abakholwayo.
What he's most busy doing in the church
Eyona nto ke abhizi kakhulu ayenzayo ebandleni
is using false doctrine
ukusebenzisa ke imfundiso zomqondo
to deceive the membership.
ukuphatha i-membership yebandla.
That's why he will raise up a preacher,
Yilento ke enokwazi ke anyuse umshumayeli,
looks like a man of God,
abonakale njengendoda kaThixo,
but he deceives people
kodwa abe elahlekisa
as
abantu
an angel of light.
njengengelosi yokukhanya.
That's why Pastor Kroon
Lento ke uPastor Cruz
identified
uye waidentify ke
some of
wacacisa
those men in the States,
enye yezamadoda e-United States,
false teachers,
amadoda axokisa ibandla,
deceivers.
abalahlekisi.
And you know they're deceivers
Xa belahlekisa ke
by their fruit.
babonakala
Why would a
ngeqhamu.
man of God
Kutheni indoda kaThixo
ask for $2 million to
izawufuna i-2 million
come
dollars
to his brother
ukuze ize kumntakwayo
and encourage him with the word? if he's a man of God. I know ministry costs, but it don't cost me no $2 million to come here and serve the people of God. False teaching is very important. You must be able, brothers, to sit with your Bibles open and read for yourself as the man of God is preaching. And if what he's preaching is not in this book, you're not to tolerate them. I don't care how big they are, how smart they may look, how much money they may have, or how many people are following them around the world. Satan is a deceiver, and he parades himself as an angel of light. Just as God has his messengers, Satan has his. He's smart. He's very smart. But with Christ, you are smarter. You must be able to discern the truth. In 2 Corinthians, verse 11, chapter 11, rather, verse 14, Paul reminds Satan's strategy to transform himself as an angel of light. I mentioned earlier that Satan is a tempter. Remember, he came to Jesus in Matthew chapter 4 and tried to tempt Jesus with 3 temptations. Those 3 temptations he uses on you and I. He tempts Jesus, first of all, with the lust of the flesh. He said, "You're hungry, aren't you? Turn this stone into bread." Jesus was hungry. But if he had listened to Satan, he would fail in his ministry to redeem mankind. Satan often will tempt you in your ministry with the lust of the flesh. Can I tell you why? He knows you're a man. He knows you have needs. So he's going to come to you with the temptation to fill your fleshly desires. Be careful, brothers, of giving your body everything that it wants. The second thing the devil did was he tempted Jesus with the cares of the world. He took him on the mountain. He said, "You see all these kingdoms? I can give you all this if you bow down and worship me." Can I tell you to this brothers? He's still tempting the preacher today with things. Here he goes. You want a big church, don't you? You want a big building, don't you? You want a nice car, don't you? Don't preach the gospel. Preach prosperity. I'll give you all this. Don't worry.